Welcome to the 26th of October, 2023. My name is Jimmy Bradbury. I help people create online businesses around their passion, their skill set, their hobby, whatever it is they're interested in. They want to share that knowledge and experience with other people and be able to help those people move forward in their lives and also get paid to do it. Now, I'm in the middle of an online launch. So a campaign, think of a campaign. I'm promoting a new product, a new program, a new course. Well, I launched the course back in July, but I'm promoting it again, which is my online business academy. I've done many online launches over the last 5 years. And at the end of the day, it comes down to a few things. And I just want to share with you 3 things that if you want to have a successful online launch, then these are the 3 things you really need to kind of dial in when you are going through an online launch campaign. So it's online, it's live, it's in real time. It's not an evergreen campaign where it's running 24/7. This is actually in real time. This is happening. So that's a live launch. It's just in real time. Okay. Key thing number 1, preparation. I believe that if you don't prepare, it's always going to be catch up during your launch. So I teach this to my students. I try and do it myself most of the time, which is have a 30-day window prior to the actual launch. Why do you need 30 days? Well, number 1, you need to plan out the campaign. You need to plan out that period. You know, you're going to have a pre-period, a pre-launch or a pre-online launch period. You're going to have the actual launch itself, and then you're going to have the close down. So there's going to be 3 or 4 big sections in it that you're going to just have to plan out. And there is a lot of moving pieces. And it really is important that you're able to get these pieces dialed in. So 30 days is what I recommend. What do you do in the 30 days? Well, you plan it, as I've just said. You create the campaign, you build it in online speak. That's landing pages, email sequences, shooting videos. That is what you need to be creating in that period beforehand. You also need to be having a content plan that is content that you're going to put out on social media, on your email list, in your website, that is related to what it is you're going to be talking about in the actual campaign. So there's a lot to do in that period, and that's why it's so important to have it properly planned out. So 30-day window, really important. It'll take so much of the headaches away from you later on. Number 2, it is really important to have a good registration process. What do I mean by that? Well, people are going to be building up to the event, the campaign. They're going to come to a gate. Let's call it a gate. People call it opt-in, so it can be an opt-in. So it's a gate, a registration page. This is the piece that is so important when you're doing an online launch. The gate, the registration page. You have to have a good registration page that identifies a problem, the insights to the solutions that you're going to be teaching in the campaign, and what people are going to learn. That's really important because you've got to have good conversions when you hit that registration page. You need to have a minimum of 30% conversion. That means people that come and view the page, 70% of those are going to not actually register. So it's really important to have a good registration. 30% and up of those that register, of those that land on your page is good. And that's what you need to be aiming for. When they then come in, then not everybody is going to, unfortunately, attend your actual campaign itself. So if it's a webinar, a 3-day challenge, whatever it might be, statistic, if you just keep numbers simple, 100 people come in and register, only 30 to 35 people are actually going to turn up. So that's why it's so important to get that traffic, the people, get the numbers to the registration page and through the gateway into actually being registered to have any chance to be able to have a good turnout rate when the actual campaign happens. It's really important. So that's getting the registration page really important, and then making sure that you've got all your email sequences, all of your slides, if you're doing a webinar, all set up beforehand so that you don't have to be thinking about doing them during the campaign. I don't know if you've done launches before and you're anything like me. I struggle. I really find it difficult for that part of my brain to create and to market and present at the same time during that window. So get all the creation done beforehand so that all that preparation is done so that you can just really kind of just be in that delivery mode. And the third piece is make sure to do it with joy, because if you don't do it with joy, that negative, stressful, anxious energy will come out when you're doing a campaign, and people will feel it in the presentation. People will feel it. And a lot of it has to do because you haven't prepared beforehand. So make sure to get the preparation done beforehand. Make sure to get a good registration page done as well. And then when you get on into the campaign, make sure that you actually really enjoy it. If there's a fourth thing I would suggest, which I really could talk about, separately as a whole topic, make sure that when you're doing a launch, you have a close down sequence. That means you are going to end the actual launch at a certain point, because if you don't, people are not going to take action. So make sure to have a close down email sequence, or a sequence, usually an email sequence when you're doing it online. Hopefully that's been helpful for you today. If you need to know any more of that kind of thing, then my weekly newsletter that comes out on a Sunday, I'm sure will help you. If you haven't already subscribed, I'll put a link below. Subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in your inbox next Sunday. Wherever you are in the world, have a great day, and I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow.